Not everyone who points a finger at you is pointing out your flaws. Sometimes they are revealing their own fears. I'm a fashion designer today. I recall 2023, after my final year exams in the University of Calabar, I met a few of my friends and I shared an idea with them that I would like to go and learn fashion and design because this is something that I already have a passion for. I have a talent in fashion and design, right? And so I met them and shared this idea with them, telling them that, you know, I'm not wired for the white collar job. I cannot imagine myself graduating from school and going about trying to seek a job. And then for God knows how long I'm going to be waiting at home for a white collar job to call me in and then at the end of the day pay me peanuts for a salary. That's not the kind of life I want to figure out for myself after school. So I spoke with these people in this way because they are my friends, right? And guess what? The kind of responses I got was very negative. One of my friends even told me that I was too old to go learn that. He was like, that was something that you should have learned in your 18, 19, 20. For this age, you can't learn it. Another one even told me that why would I go and learn fashion design after as a graduate? That was too less for my class. Another of my friend even questioned me. He was like, are you sure you can sit down tight and learn this for the number of years you're going to register? At some point, he was like, Victor, the you that I know, you're not humble enough to learn this, to acquire this knowledge appropriately. I'm like, what do you mean? As an adult. And then another of my friends said something that was very striking. He told me in his words, and I quote, he said, now this tailoring you won't do, follow by Benz where your mates don't buy. Those words, it got to me. It gave me sleepless nights. I needed a mental strength to overcome those words. You know the beautiful part? The beautiful part is that these same friends are the ones reaching out to me today for encouragement and for motivation. They are the same people who are throwing admiration on my jobs when I post them on WhatsApp or I post them on other social media. One of them even made one statement. He said, when you started this thing, it was like a joke. And today, see how far you've come. The same people. My business is not even up to a year yet. And these same people are already seeing that. I mean, it is clear to them that I'm going somewhere. Now, let me tell you one thing you need to know. When you decide to grow, when you decide to try something new, when you decide to step into a bigger version of yourself, it can make some people very uncomfortable. You know why? Because your courage highlights the risk they probably are afraid to take. Your discipline reflects the excuses they've been telling themselves, and instead of confronting their discomfort, it becomes much more easier for them to question you. You hear them begin to say stuff like, you've changed. You hear them begin to say stuff like, don't get too confident, don't think you're too good with it. Some of them even question you, like, are you sure you can handle this? Some of them throws question at you that would make you go back home and question yourself again if you're actually ready for this. When you are in that type of situation, honestly, make sure that you build a strong mental capacity to overcome. Sometimes when they say these things, it's okay because it sounds on the surface like it's a concern. But let me tell you, there is often a high level of insecurity that lies beneath this type of questions. People who doubt their own abilities may doubt yours too. People who are afraid to fail may discourage you from even trying. People who feel stuck may criticize you for even moving forward. I understand, however, that doesn't mean that every piece of criticism is projecting insecurities, right? Because sometimes feedback is necessary and very much valuable. But you know what the key is? The key is learning to recognize the difference between guidance that is meant to build you and words that are meant to shrink you. And how do you do that? Let me tell you. If the comment is constructive, take it. But if that comment is rooted in fear, my friend, let it go. Listen, you don't have to carry someone else's insecurities on your journey. You don't have to dim your ambition to make other people feel comfortable. One thing about growth is that growth will always challenge the environment around you, and not everyone will applaud it. So, my advice for you on this video is stay focused, stay grounded. As much as you can, stay committed to becoming a better version of yourself intentionally. Because the people who are secure in themselves will not point fingers, they will only extend the hand. Have a great day. Cheers.